Hello, let's play Connections for Monday, July 20th. But first, we reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. My doctor said I had type A blood, but it was a type O. He said I had type A blood, but it was a type O. Okay. It's a typo. All right. What do you think happened on July 20th, 1969? I think a lot of people might know this one. Neil Armstrong delivers powerful message from the moon. On July 20th, 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong stepped from the U.S. lunar landing module Eagle and, in doing so, became the first human to walk on the moon. The mission that brought him there, Apollo 11, launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, and began on July 16 of that year, only 4 days prior to the landing. Accompanying Armstrong on the 240,000-mile voyage were fellow astronauts Edwin Buzz Aldrin Jr. and Michael Collins. Armstrong, a 38-year-old civilian research pilot, was the commander of the mission. Following successful entry into lunar orbit on July 19th, the Eagle was deployed the following day with Armstrong and Aldrin aboard, reaching the lunar surface at 4:18 p.m. near the southwest side of the Sea of Tranquility. I like how they didn't give a time zone for the 4:18 p.m. The Eagle had landed. Nearly 7 hours later, after necessary preparations had been made, Armstrong stepped out onto the moon's surface while more than 500 million people watched on television from Earth. He uttered the words that would forever resound throughout history. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And he meant to say, that's one small step for a man. Or maybe he said it and it got cut out. Who knows? What's interesting is, speaking of time, time on the moon is extremely complicated. And if we make a lunar base, I think NASA has till the end of the year to work out how they're going to do time. Because it's actually pretty complicated. Relativity gets involved. All right. Well, I'd like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you to Dampf07 and Haley Lemley. Thank you for your continued support. All right, well, let's play Connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Oyster, Meadow, Wisdom, Sound, Button, Bubble Tea, Portobello, Menu, Trumpet, Icon, Herald, Swine, Sakes, Blair, Link, and Alexa. I mean, you can trumpet something in, you can herald it in, you can sound, like you blare. So trumpet, blare, herald, and sound, I think. I don't know. Is that yellow? Is that green? I feel like I'm going to start it off yellow at least. Maybe there's something easier. The only one I'm not confident in is sound, so I'll consider whether that's something else. We've had sound several times to be some kind of body of water or formation around water. I don't really remember. But it has something to do with water. Is another definition of sound that can be used. Coastal stuff, water stuff. I don't know. Portobello is a kind of mushroom, so is button. I think there's an oyster mushroom. I'm not all that familiar with mushrooms. We might have mushrooms. Bubble tea, is that the same as boba? Icon and link sound like computer words with some definition of it, like, icons you click on, links, things you click on, icons and links. You click on a menu, you click on a button. I think probably we have some kind of mushroom red herring going on here. Because if it's supposed to be oyster, meadow, button, portobello, that's all top 2 rows. And I'm pretty sure button is going to go with things you click on a computer. All right, I'm going to make that green. Alexa. Could this be purple fodder, like starting with Alex? What's oyster going to do? And then portobello, like what else is that going to do other than be a mushroom? I'm thinking maybe starts with port. Like, I don't see anything else we could do with that. Meadow, wisdom, sakes. Oh, okay. So alcoholic drinks. We have sake. We have port. Um, Mead. Is there one of these like bub or even just bubble? Ale. This one's ale. Okay, this is our purple for sure. This is starts with some kind of alcoholic drink. Starting with alcoholic beverages. There you go. Let's fix yellow because I feel like it. So trumpet, Blair, herald, and sound, I think. So that would leave wisdom, bubble tea, oyster, and swine, if that's a category. Well, they're certainly not things you click on, and I don't think any of these can mean to loudly trumpet or whatever. I mean, I know trumpet's in the category, but wisdom, bubble tea, oyster, swine. Blue is purpling. Wisdom is the one that's really weird. Is it a things that? Swine. You know, I think swine was supposed to be a red herring because it has wine in it, but it wasn't starts with. So I didn't consider it. Swine like a pig? Oyster? Bubble tea? In wisdom? I have no idea, but I think I'm right. Associated with pearls. Oh, okay. So bubble tea, I guess, has those pearls of tapioca in it, right? Is that right? Oysters make pearls. Swine. Pearls before swine? Is that the phrase? And then pearls of wisdom. I'm not going to Google anything yet. So we got menu, icon, link, and button. Things you click on. Now, is things you click on going to be yellow or is the synonyms going to be yellow? Honestly, I think that the things you click on is going to be yellow today. I think the fact that sound is included in here makes it a little bit harder. It doesn't always work, but one rule of thumb you can work off of is what would a fifth grader know? And a fifth grader would definitely know how to click on stuff on a computer, right? But they might not know some of these words. So we're going to try this for green. Nope. Ranks rainbow again. I had it actually colored correctly the first time. Okay. Well, got to get that Ranks rainbow, right? It's a meme at this point. I don't do it intentionally. I just am not on the same wavelength as Winna most of the time for yellow and green. I mean, I think that this was legitimately a fifth grader's going to know this over this. So I just don't think that rule of thumb is actually true or works at all. It might be cognitive bias there. All right. Well, I'm going to look up pearls before swine. For some reason, I'm thinking pearls before swine. Yeah. Oh, it's a comic. That's what it is. Also known as pearls. It's a comic strip. Okay. Well, let's look at the difficulty. We are sounding. All right. 3 out of 5. They thought it was hard. I just thought it was hard to pick out green and yellow. Ooh, uh-oh. 39%. That's not good. Were people chasing mushrooms, maybe? That's quite possible. All right, what are people getting first? Remember, this is people who won, so this is actually 39% of people for this, but we're getting yellow first, green first, even purple, not so much blue. Blue was purple in today, for sure. It's evened out a bit, but mostly it's moving from yellow to green. So there's a group of people getting nothing. I know the breakdown gives it more, but I like to look at this first. There's a group of people getting nothing. There's a group of people getting yellow, green only. All right. So we've got 30% of people got yellow, green, and couldn't pick out purple and blue. And we got 13% getting absolutely nothing, 12% only yellow, 5% only green. All right. Well, we've got oyster, button, portobello, trumpet. Oh, trumpet's a kind of mushroom. I was wondering how it was a rainbow herring. But turns out it's the trumpet mushroom. But then also, there's probably more mushrooms in here, like meadow. People thinking meadow's a mushroom. Think people thinking swine's a mushroom. So, I mean, it's possible they are mushrooms. I don't know, but just saying, putting it in there. So, is there some one away chasing with? Oh no, this one is recognizing what purple is and adding wine. That's exactly what I said would happen. Is some people putting wine in there? Oh, just related to user interfaces. Alexa in there, sound. Okay, so probably chasing some green as well. That's interesting. All right. The mushrooms is the most common, 26%, followed by yellow, correct, followed by another mushroom category. So we actually have 36% of people going for mushrooms first. And then we've got 9% green, 2% purple, 2% purple with wine instead of with ale. And then we've got sound in with green instead of button. All right. Well, how'd you do?